So let's look more deeply at the antagonistic effects of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic divisions of the ANS. So generally, they have antagonistic effects. That means opposite. So I'm going to put the effects down the middle, and then on either side, I'll put a positive or a negative. So we have heart rate. So actually, I'll put an arrow. Sympathetic increases, parasympathetic decreases. Breathing rate. Increases, decreases. We could look at salivation. Salivation, this generally is decreased by the sympathetic nervous system. If you think about being really nervous and having like a dry mouth, and then salivation, this would increase it, the parasympathetic nervous system. Then we have things like digestive activities, like the release of enzymes by the pancreas or by the release of enzymes into the stomach or the motility of the digestive tract. So this decreases that, and this is increased. So they work together in order to maintain a proper homeostasis, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic divisions. Now let's look at some diagrams that summarize their general anatomical features as well as what they innervate. Looking at this, I can see that it is coming out of the brain region and the sacral region. So it has a cranial sacral outflow. This is the parasympathetic division. You can see here the effectors are what they innervate right here. So I mentioned, like, for example, the facial nerve coming out, and it innervates, like, for example, the lacrimal gland, which produces tears. We also have the vagus nerve, which comes out and then goes down below the head region and innervates your heart, your lungs, your digestive organs. And then from the sacral region, we have things innervating your bladder and your reproductive structures. And so that is parasympathetic. Sympathetic has a thoracic lumbar outflow. So even though it's coming, this axon is extending out from the thoracic region, it travels up via these ganglia, and it can go to the head region. So it could innervate your salivary glands. It could also innervate the heart, the lungs, the liver, the stomach, the pancreas, the intestines. We'll talk about its specific role in innervating the adrenal glands. And then also it innervates the reproductive structures as well. So these are the two diagrams that show the anatomy and the innervation of those divisions of the autonomic nervous system.